I'm here on the porch with my mom. Say hi, Mom.
Hi.
So what'd you think of the match?
They could have done better, but I wore the wrong shirt today.
Yeah, actually, when Mom wears her yellow shirt, it's got a smiley face. The Wolves always win. And so if the reason why we ended up not winning...
I got the shirts mixed up this morning.
So that happens. I think it was a good match, though. It was very defensive. And what'd you think of the goal from Jimenez?
I thought that was terrific.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So who's your favorite Wolves player?
Jimenez, I think.
Jimenez? Viva Jimenez!
Yeah.
Hey, this is Soccer in the South with Wolfman Jeff coming at you here to bring a match review for the Chelsea match. I already posted my match reaction, so you should be able to see a link for that below. I also had a chance to appear on some other channels today to give a bit of an international perspective, so I will try to add those in the links as well. So quite a good day, quite a busy day. We watched the Chelsea match on ESPN Gold here at the home estate in Valley Head, Alabama. I had called for a 3-2 Wolves victory, and there wasn't as much scoring as I had predicted. It was a close match, and I knew it was going to be a close match. I knew that Chelsea wanted to score early and put us down, and Nuno had a different approach this time. He was very defensive-minded, and I noticed that our focus seemed to have been containing Chelsea rather than the focus being on creating opportunities. And at one point it's a little frustrating, but if we had gone for trying to open up opportunities and score, that may have opened us up, and I think the score could have been very different in the opposite direction. So I do think it was the right call, but at the time it was maybe not as exciting to watch, but I think it was probably the safest. The starting lineup was, as we expected, Saiss, who had come in for Bennett, Patricio in for Ruddy, and other than that, it was our regular starters, and they were very well connected. I mean, mentally, they were reading off each other very well, responding. They were closing down Chelsea time after time. Now, Chelsea had possession. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but they really held possession the majority of the time. I do know that they had 22 shots with 6 on goal, and of course only one of those went in. Wolves only had 2 shots and 1 on goal, and that's all we needed. But this was more about the approach that the Wolves were focused on stopping Chelsea. So I had commented in my match reaction video that it seemed like a big game of keep away, and that was kind of what it felt like, especially in the first half. There were a few opportunities there. It looked like Jota and others looked like they were going to open up and get something, but generally speaking, that first half was mostly Wolves stopping Chelsea and frustrating Chelsea. I think what they were kind of doing was wearing them down, which when you will see, Wolves did have 2 come off the bench. Chelsea emptied out their bench much earlier, and I think that was part of Nuno's strategy. In the second half, we came out a little stronger, opened up a little bit more, but still focused on containing Chelsea, and when opportunities came, we took them. And the opportunity did come around the 50th minute. Jota set up Jimenez just beautifully, and it was a nice goal. At first, I thought it was going to not go in because it just bounced off a defender just enough, but then it rolled right in. So there is I hate to say this because there's obviously a lot of skill involved with that goal, but there was just a little bit of luck. We have to acknowledge that we did get lucky with that goal. Because of the way it bounced off someone before it came in, and it could have bounced the other way. So fantastic. It was a beautiful goal. We were up first, and which was, I think, kind of threw Chelsea off. And for a little while there, I felt like we were going to play it out with a 0-1. eventually, and I think it was well after the 80th minute, Eden Hazard, he scored. He evened it up. However, at that moment, I didn't feel like it was lost, it was gone. I felt like we were still going to be able to pull out the draw. I didn't feel like Chelsea was a big threat. I felt that we weren't threatening enough, but at the same time, we were comfortable in facing Chelsea at that level. And this is important because wasn't a weakened or wounded Chelsea. This was a full Chelsea. And so we were able to stand toe-to-toe and walk away with a draw. And I'm sure luck could have gone either way with them. And at any point, I felt like they could have won, we could have won. So I think that I'm happy with the score. I had predicted a Wolves victory, and for a little while, I thought we were going to get it, and I was going to be over the moon. But I am still very happy with our results. Now, I have to say, hats off to Wolvo Warrior, who had accurately predicted the score of 1-1. So, well done. We did see some history. Of course, we are still firmly on 7th place, and we're at 44 points, which is the most, I believe, we've ever had in the Premier League. And Jimenez, with his goal today, that's his 12th Premier League goal. I think he's got 14 altogether. But that's the most, or it ties with the most that a Wolf player has ever had in the Premier League. And I believe it ties with Stephen Fletcher. And so just one more, Jimenez has it. I know a lot of us are screaming, sign Jimenez, sign Jimenez. That's not going to happen till the summer, but sign Jimenez. Please do that. This needs to happen. I pick Jimenez as the man of the match. I think Jota put a lot of work and sweat into it. Saiz did fantastic filling in for Bennett. But Jimenez going from offense to defense, he was in the middle of the action. He was constantly trying to make something happen and eventually did. So I'm going to pick Jimenez with my man of the match. So let me know your thoughts. I don't know if a lineup would have changed things. Most of the things I think about, if we had increased our attention on offense, if that would have helped. At the same time, I acknowledge that could have opened up holes or weaknesses that Chelsea could have exploited. So I'm pretty confident in saying that the way that Nuno played it was probably for the best. Personally, I kind of would have liked to see Traore come in earlier. It was because I could see that we were wearing Chelsea down and they were getting slower. Morgan's Gibb White came on earlier, and I think he did really good off the bench as well. I'm excited for our FA Cup, but that's another video. We will talk about the Manchester United match coming up soon. Let me know your thoughts. I'm happy with the 1 point. Got really close to 3, but happy with the 1. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. Hey, this has been Wolfman Jeff with Soccer in the South, coming at you. So we maintain our spot at number 7.